augmented reality add a layer of digital content over the existing world. In other words, AR shows real world and also add virtual content over it, and you can see that objects in front of your eyes. Basically, AR create 3D model of every object like natural sources and also another things like animals or plants and also weapons, and you can see that 3D models, and you can imagine how it working and how it look like and how it is beneficial for our environment. So that type of things you can see and you can create by using AR technology. And also AI technology is very beneficial and it will useful in our future very much. And AR implements in two ways. First one is smart glasses and headset, and second one is smartphones and tablets. When AR entered the commercial space and into various industries, its applications cost extended drastically. Today, AR is seen in every sector, including gaming, healthcare, automotive, media, education, etc. Healthcare industry is availing augmented reality to train medical students. Its features in healthcare range from MRI applications to performing highly delicate surgery. AR also helps doctors in surgery rooms while reducing the needs for more traditional invasive cameras and probes. In the automotive sector, AR is used as an application to power the vehicle and connect the wires. Porsche has a feature called Tech Live Look that allows the company's remote serving energy to connect with Porsche Atlanta based service headquarters and get real time assistance. Harley Davidson has developed an app for its customer to let them view a motorcycle in store and customize it on their phone. Apart from this, some other companies are also using AI technologies like IKEA, Shopify, Google, and there is no denying that augmented reality is going to play a large part in the future of technology. We have already seen its beginnings with the Pokemon Go phenomenon, and it has for more uses than gaming with benefits that extended to health and well-being. The opportunities in augmented reality are much more than we think. We just need to see and make use of it in a manner that is beneficial for us. The major sectors are education, gaming, designing, health, medical, military, and many more. In the education sector, AR will help both the training and teaching technologies belong to the field of education. By using augmented reality technology, any information or data can be passed to a learner in real time. These systems give a better sense of vision and pull out the objects and hazards which ultimately result in best practice. Augmented reality will be the game changer for the education industry. In future, students will learn everything practically without any using object with the help of augmented reality. Moreover, they will learn very fastly and they will see how actual things work in real life. Teacher will use AI technology to teach in very effective way and they will show how things are actually look like. For example, teacher will show how actually atoms behave and teach other science object topics and also some geometry and other topics very easily, so student will learn difficult topics in very easy. Augmented reality will be helpful in military sector, like in military training. Augmented reality has started being used in military training too. AR is used in practice for warfare and will soon be applied to actual warfare. The US military recently contracted a large number of HoloLens devices from Microsoft to assist uh, soldiers in training and combat. However, augmented reality will help for a military in terms of war planning and also how new weapons will work and how they will use in the war area. So that type of things uh, is very helpful for military. In engineering design, augmented reality will use for creating models of the buildings or project. With this, we can expect how it will look like when it's made. Augmented reality will save us much money and time for creating models. With the help of AR, architects will show their project to their clients how it look and also if client want any particular thing in their house, apartment or building, they will create a 3D model object and they will show and client will also see after made how it look. AI technology will also grow in shopping and retail sector in automotive because of pandemic people were not experiencing to try clothes physically, so that is very difficult for customers to buy any cloth, but with the help of AI they will experience and mostly organizations are investing money in AI technology. Augmented reality will be helpful in military sector like in military training. Augmented reality has started being used in military training too. AR is used in practice for warfare and will soon be applied to actual warfare. The US military recently contracted a large number of HoloLens devices from Microsoft to assist uh, soldiers in training and combat. However, augmented reality will help for a military in terms of war planning and also how new weapons will work and how they will use in the war area. So that type of things uh, is very helpful for military. However, patient can see how drugs react in the positive way to their body with the help of AR technology. By the end of 2020, augmented reality active devices were estimated to rise 598 million units and are projected to grow to 1.73 billion by 2024. According to the experts, the augmented reality market could be worth $122 billion by 2024. Augmented reality has much more to offer to the world. According to the experts, the healthcare industry will generate revenue of $5 billion by 2025, and some of the technology insiders are expecting that AR will give the most advancements in this industry. The travel industry is expecting that 84% of consumers worldwide will grow and around 42% believes that augmented reality is the future of tourism. When it comes to improving task efficiency or the quality of the output, there are also some advantages and disadvantages of AI technology. But firstly, I will explain advantages of augmented reality. The first one is the primary benefit of augmented reality is that it can be used by anyone including mentally and physically disabled individuals. It blurs the line of difference between the virtual and the real world, thus increasing its usability and effectiveness in the area of application. It possesses a highly interactive nature which enable to assess several instances in advance. Success or failure of an instance
can be determined by using the computing power of AR, thus saving a ton of money. It finds its heavy uses in the field of health, thus increasing the accuracy of diagnosis for diseases. Since now it has saved lives of numerous patients, it provides a much enhanced sense of reality than any other technology in use. It reduces the difference between what is digital generated and which is real in physical world. The instructions provided in the AR-based application makes it easy to understand the workflow of the application. With the guided pathways, it delivers great user experience, thus offer better customer retention as well. It is also used by militaries across the world to simulate a battlefield before actual putting their lives at risk. It enhanced perception and interaction with the real world. It can be applied to part of training programs as it makes things memorable. With so limited difference between reality and digital world, sometimes extreme conditions can be simulated which might prove to be dangerous for individuals. The applications or devices associated with AR technology suffers from lack of privacy, thus putting users' data at risk. There is a huge list of hardware and software resources required for the implementation of AR technology. Extreme engagement with AR technology can lead to major healthcare issues such as eye problem and obesity, etc. AR-based applications or devices cannot be leveraged without appropriate training, thus increase costs and time involved. There can be certain instances where such applications have recorded low performance, thus reducing the overall appeal of package. It can get extremely costly to develop and maintain an AR-based devices or an applications. It requires basic learning to effectively to use AR compliant. There are also some dangers of augmented reality. First one is, imagine if you are in public place and somebody will wear AR glasses, and it is possible they will maybe seeing your information with the help of scanning, because your all accounts like Facebook, Instagram and other social media accounts are connected. Also somebody will close your close virtually, and also there are some apps are existing right now. It will very dangerous for our privacy because we will connected our social media accounts with it, and also if we will buy something from AR applications, we will add our personal information. So the important thing to consider is what happen with all this data. It is stored and processed locally on the devices or sent to the cloud. If the information is sent to a cloud, will it be encrypted? Will this data be shared with third parties or used to make inferences about? Nehant Charukuru. He is project scientist at the National Center for Atmospheric Research. He said augmented reality will impact in positive ways, like people will use less natural resources because they use 3D models of the natural effects, and they will see how they are beneficial for us and our environment. Because of augmented reality, the ratio of traveling will less after few years. The reason is people will see almost everything very easily where they will live, and that is very beneficial for reduce the percentage of pollution that made by vehicles. Augmented reality will enable digital information to be superimposed and integrated into our physical environment. With many of us now at home during a global pandemic, AR is a tool that can be help us transform our immediate surroundings into learning, working, entertainment spaces. AR can help to bring the outside world in from a virtual safari with 3D animals in your living room using Google AR search on your smartphone to collaborating with avatars of remote colleagues as though you were in the same room by using spatial. There are three things AR does very well: visualization, annotation, and storytelling. There are examples in each of these areas that are both timely in current reality of COVID-19 and which can be built upon once cultural institution, schools and workplace reopen their. There are also some legal aspects of AR technology. Use advanced optics to provide zoom, thermal, and infrared imaging for the location and apprehension of fleeing criminals, buried or concealed disaster survivors, or missing persons. Utilize video, audio, and sensing devices to visualize blood patterns, blood stains, and sensitive detectable forensic data available at crime scenes. Improve situational awareness and response to problem with scalable three-dimensional maps complete with building floor plans, public utility information, and public transportation routes. Provide investigators with the ability to accurately match voices against known criminals with speaker recognition capability. War, terrorism, and crime are never going to be eliminated, but whoever wins usually has the most sophisticated weaponry, whether the weapon is human might or technological superiority. It's unpreventable. That's as time goes on, those two things will merge into one. AR is the first step in that. There are many ethical considerations to take into account in terms of AR. Currently, there is no regulatory infrastructure in place to moderate the development and deployment of AR technology. What is even more worrying is that the speed at which technology is advancing is too fast and for the traditional legislative system to account for. Blockchain technology is an example of this. As soon as a bill is passed, new features have been added and created, rendering the bill more or less obsolete. The control over AR software should be in the hands of customers so they can make the decision with regard to what they want to see and what data is made. In the end of this video, I want to say one thing. Experts will resolve all these problems time to time, and personally I am saying this technology will be very beneficial for us and also for next generation. Thank you.